long time no see, sorry. I didn't mean to take a break for that amount of time, so I thought I would just come on. I do have a full vlog. I even vlogged like last month or the month before, and I had like so many random clips and I was trying to put them all together, and I like got like 10 minutes into editing and I was like, actually half of these things don't even make sense anymore. So I thought I would come on and do a wee intro to this video, which is probably going to be, I know a lot of my videos are chaotic, but honestly there's clips from here, there and everywhere. So if you're looking for like a comprehensive Birmingham Megacon vlog, I will link my friends Deco Girls. They did a great Birmingham Megacon vlog and they were my stall neighbours, so I'm going to link them in the description and you can go watch that. It has cost breakdowns. It was a great vlog. Okay guys, go watch it. This vlog is just going to be me rambling and talking with some bits of Birmingham Megacon in it. So what has been going on in my life? I genuinely feel like I have been all over the place. I feel like I haven't had 1 second. So basically the last vlog that I posted, it was like a week or two after that, I got really unwell. Oh my god. I love how I'm trying to talk about me being like genuinely unwell to the point I got antibiotics and I'm being blinded by the sun. I got really unwell, like to the point where I couldn't speak, like I genuinely had no voice. And you know when people say, oh, you have no voice? I couldn't speak. Like it was bad. I haven't been that unwell in, I mean, I don't even know when the last time I was that unwell, like probably like when I was a teenager. Like I'm 25 now, and like I was telling my mum how unwell I was and she was like, oh my god Chloe, I don't even know when the last time you were that unwell. I tested for COVID, it wasn't COVID, just because I was going to a market and I didn't want to, like, I know you shouldn't go to a market when you're unwell anyway, but I had a sign on me and I told my stall neighbours that I was unwell, and that there was also a sign on the table. Because also if I cancelled, I do all this by myself. If I cancelled, I wouldn't have made any money. I didn't want to be blacklisted from these markets, which is also like another thing. Not saying that specific market like would have blacklisted me, but it's, I know some markets, if you cancel the morning of or the night before, it's not great, which, you know, is something that as a wider society we should acknowledge that people get sick, but that's it, neither here nor there. Oh, also, right, I did Birmingham Megacon, which was so crazy because I was so unwell, like the beginning of March. I was basically unwell for like 2 weeks. Like I don't remember the last time I spent that many days in bed. Like genuinely at one point I thought I was going to have to go to hospital. It was really, it was bad. And then obviously that set me so far back in terms of like Birmingham Megacon prep. I had all these vlogs I wanted to do. I had like prep for Birmingham with me vlogs I wanted to do. Everything, and I mean everything, went out the window to the point where it was 2 days before Birmingham Megacon and I didn't have like basically anything made. I don't think I've ever made that many products in the space of 2 days in my life. So props to me for getting that done because that was insane. Anyway, I got the train up to Birmingham on the Friday. It was so easy to get to Birmingham, I didn't realise it was literally just 2 trains. So I got the train from London to Watford, changed at Watford, and then just got it was, what's it called, the Avanti something, but it was like a train. I've never seen a train like this is just me talking about trains now, but I've never seen a train like that. It was so interesting. Anyway, and then I met this lovely girl Becca on the train. I love talking to people. If you can't tell, I would talk to a brick wall. Do you know what I mean? And I got on the train and I saw she was watching Bob's Burgers and I went, I bet you she's going to Megacon. So we talked like the entire train journey. So that was really nice. So shout out to Becca. Also, there was another lovely girl on the train and I didn't get her social media, and I think her name was Alice. I'm so bad with names, so I'm so sorry if you are that person and you come across this video and you're like, what the hell, my name was Jessica. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, she was really lovely and she was like studying film at uni, and she was telling us about how she'd had her braces on for like 5, 6, 7 years and she was getting them off, and I was like, I just love learning about people's lives. Like I just love human connection. And I was reading this book called, this is so irrelevant, but I was reading this book called I Want to Go Home But I'm Already There by Roisin Lanigan, and there was just some lovely like paragraphs in that about like human connection and just living in London, especially being Irish in London. Anyway, you should go read this book. It's not like a non-fiction, it's like a fiction with like some slight horror elements, but it's like about the London rental crisis. Anyway, it was really good. So then we get to Birmingham Megacon and my lovely mum had come over because it was Mother's Day, so it was so nice to see her, and we just had like a girly weekend in the hotel. Saw Warwick Davis in the hotel, he was checking in. So it was the biggest event I've ever done. I've never done an artist alley, and you learn so many things. Like, I thought I was happy enough with my display. After doing that, I was looking at other people's displays going, I need to up my display game. So something that's very exciting, which I don't think I've even announced, because I've been really lacking on Jammy Weekend socials because I've just been so busy, is I'm going to MCM London at the end of May. I think it's like 18 days now, which is kind of crazy. I'm going to be doing like a whole prep with me for MCM vlog series. I want to post 2 vlogs a week, which is something I will maybe talk about at the end of this video. I want to post like daily short form content, but I'm so grateful because genuinely, so I'm not at the artist alley, I'm at the creator section. So if it wasn't for you in the wee screen watching me, I wouldn't have been able to get a creator spot. So yeah, thanks so much. And if I talk about it too much, I will have a cry, and I can't have a cry because I have so many things that I need to do today, and I have done my rainbow eyeshadow. But no, genuinely, like, even though I haven't been posting, I just appreciate everybody so much. If you also post videos, or if you have, maybe it's like checking emails, but you know when you go so long without doing something and you're like almost like scared to go back in and like do it, not like scared or like nervous or like not embarrassed even, but I'm just like, you beat yourself up about the fact that this was something that I set out to do every single week and then I just didn't do it. But I was unwell, I was sick, there were so many things going on. And then so before Birmingham Megacon, after I was unwell and I did that Brighton market, I went back home to Ireland for a bit, and then I went on holiday for my dad's 60th birthday. Happy birthday to my dad. So that was really nice. And then I came straight back and I had an audition for this like Dungeons and Dragons improv live play show, and I booked it. Woohoo! So then I did the podcast recording for that, where we recorded a couple of podcasts. It's called It's Your Role, and I play a lovely bard warlock called Sive Sullivan. So I will link the podcast below, and we also have a live show this upcoming Saturday on the 10th of May at Canada Water Theatre in London, if you are about London. But it's a bunch of fun. We have a lovely DM, lovely other actors, everyone's a professional actor. Also, there's a wee sign-up sheet, and the first 20 people to write their names down has the chance of getting up on stage and just playing D&D with us. But don't worry if you don't like audience participation, you can just come and watch. Or you can just listen to the podcast, or you don't have to. You can just go, Chloe, I'm just here to see you make things out of clay, and I'll go, no worries. If this is your first time watching me, by the way, I'm also an actor and I do a bit of stand-up comedy, which also is another thing that while I was on my break from YouTube, I got back into doing stand-up. That's a whole thing. I'm writing a 1-hour show that I want to take to a fringe, not the Edinburgh Fringe, just a fringe. I genuinely feel like I'm being pulled in about 700 different directions. Like, ultimately, acting and comedy is what I want to do with my life, like long term. So yeah, I sort of let that slack a bit, and then Jammy Weekend was number 1, and then while I was doing more acting and comedy, I let Jammy Weekend slack a bit. I need to find a balance of doing both at the same time. Also, being Irish, I am not built for this sun, okay, because tell me why it's like 24 degrees. The other day it said it was like 27 degrees. I remember in Belfast a couple of years ago it hit 21 degrees. That made the news. Sorry, I've got a bin bag like right at my door. I don't know why I placed it there. That's totally on me. So let's run the clips of me at Birmingham, and then I'll come back and talk to you. Long time no see, I'm back from Megacon. I literally just got back from Megacon Birmingham last night, literally at like 9 o'clock or whatever time it was. And then I went, I'm gonna like try and like unpack last night, even though I think I was running on like 5 hours sleep max from like Thursday until Sunday. So really I feel like I was delusional, because why would I decide to unpack at like 9:30 when I hadn't even eaten yet? I just shoved some chips in the air fryer. Anyway, this is going off on a tangent. I had a market in Brighton on the 8th of March. I don't know how my like soul was able to get me to Brighton and back.
This is really bad. I haven't edited YouTube videos I haven't posted a video in like 2 weeks. This is why.
I literally had to, I put a note on the table, and also I had a massive sticker, like, I mean, it was like this size, and it actually was stuck on myself saying like, I am sick, I've lost my voice. I let my like stall neighbours know so like they could move their tables a bit away from me. So basically, if anybody didn't want to interact with me, because I was sick and, you know, whatever, then they didn't have to interact with me.
Never do what I just did, because that was awful. 0 out of 10.
So then I have another market in Brighton this Saturday. So today is Monday, so I hope that that goes well. I have a jam-packed week this week. Oh, I have so many random clips from like the past month that I might just insert here, and then I'll come back and talk to you about Birmingham. So yeah, well, I'll do that. Hello, voice over me here. So this is just me making some rainbow earrings, and I don't know if you do markets or conventions, if you have the same thing where like you will spend so long, like the day before, focusing on like a specific item, and then that item never sells, and then something that you made on a whim months ago will always be the most popular seller. Anyway, so then I also needed to make some stickers, so I just changed the blade on my silhouette cameo. I can do a whole video on how I make some stickers. I think I will do that actually. But my blade lasted me 2 years, which was pretty good. Also ignore, there was a guy like fixing a manhole outside. You can probably see him in the window. Also watched Adolescence, that was great. But then I laid out everything on the floor the night before, and honestly, just to see it all, so like I had my earrings in one section, the pins in one section, it was just insane. And then I tried to make as many stickers as I could with my lovely mum bin. Then here's me just picking up my ticket, which I paid an arm and a leg for. Honestly, the train is so expensive. Here's me just chilling at Watford Junction, waiting on my connecting train. And then there's my lovely mum. She'll probably kill me for putting her in the video. But then these were the tables. So when I first arrived at the table, and I looked at them and I went, oh my God, because I've never had a backing table before, and I wasn't sure how it was going to work with the depth. And then, you know, when you just haven't slept and like everything is going bad. So like this was me setting up. I actually had to ask my poor mum, I was like, could you maybe go get like a coffee or something, because I was just really stressing out, so I just had to put my music in. So actually apologies to Deco girls, because when I first met you I was on the verge. And then here's me just in the hotel making up some mystery bags, and honestly this clip was 30 minutes long because I was just having a good old like wee gossip with my mum, and it was so nice. But yeah, I made so many mystery bags, which also like didn't do as well as I expected them to, but you live and you learn. Hello, we're ready to go, Megacon day 1, and I have forgotten my mic, or lost my mic, or something. I have like the actual mic thing, but the wee thing that clips on so I can like put it in my phone, I have lost. So that's great, or I just didn't bring it. Anyway, gonna go now, and because I have so much set up to do this morning, it's actually so stressful. But anyway, okay, bye. The walk over from the hotel to the venue actually wasn't bad at all, but it was so windy for some reason. But anyway, so here's the final stall. I was really happy with it. I actually think like when you look back at what I started with. Also, thanks to Deco girls for showing us this way to go, because I don't know, me and my mum were going under like an underpass and something. Anyway, and then here's me on the train on the way back. Con is over, and it actually went really well. For my first con, I was really happy with it. Having good neighbours just makes a convention or a market, like, do you know what I mean? Anyway, on the train now, then I'm getting the tube, then I'm getting another train, and then I'm getting the bus. But you know what, we're live, laugh, loving, and I'm sitting on my suitcase because there's no seats, but we're okay. But yeah, seeing the sights of Birmingham. Hello, so welcome back. Let's talk about Birmingham. So yeah, so then I got to get to Birmingham. Why is the NEC so massive? It was so big. I was like, what the heck? I got off the train and I felt like I was going on those travelators for 700 years with my wee suitcase. Yeah, the hall was massive. We get there, we went straight to set up before we went to our hotel, and we had to wear, you can probably see, where is it? In the background. The way like high vis, so I was like, oh, we high vis. Barely didn't even, I don't even think I filmed anything of setup. I genuinely was sleep deprived, I was in pain, I felt sick, so it was what it was. But I had lovely table neighbours. I will put everyone's businesses. I feel like the description of this video is going to be 700 miles long because of how many amazing businesses that I met this weekend. Like genuinely, Just thank you so much. And then, oh my god, like a couple of people said that they watched my YouTube, and I was like, stop that, I'm gonna cry. So yeah, so thank you so much if that was you. Honestly, like, it means so much to me, especially when I haven't really been posting. I used to go to conventions all the time when I was a teenager, and like, just to see everyone's cosplays. I saw loads of Critical Role cosplays. I just saw so many amazing. I saw a Severance cosplay. There were a couple Severance cosplays which were amazing. But yeah, it was just a great experience. Even though it wasn't my best event in terms of profit, it was just a great experience. So I'm going to shout out some businesses. I was beside these two lovely girls, Deco girls, Emily and Mia, and genuinely we had such good crack the whole weekend. I got this little pop socket from them. Look how cute this pop socket is. Is that not the cutest thing ever? So I'm going to insert some clips of Emily and Mia talking here about their business. I'm so sorry that there's no mic, but it is what it is.
I'm so happy it's over. I get to be in famous Chloe's
Did you guys want to talk about your business?
Yeah, I was just doing. We didn't get sued, but we are Deco girls. And we are really cool. And Emily can't do an Irish accent, but she's really cool as well.
And I got this lovely...
got this.
Oh, it won't focus on it. There we go. Woo!
And we do showcases like this. And they're so pretty. Woo-hoo. They're so cute.
I'll leave a link in the description.
Link in the description below.
I got this Laudna inspired, like Critical Role Laudna inspired soap from Soaps and Dragons. And okay, please ignore the big gash in it. That was not there when I bought it. Basically, I was really struggling with my suitcase after like pack down yesterday, and I was like sitting on it, I was throwing stuff about. Yeah, it did get a bit dented, but that's completely my fault. And it smells so good. It smells like Parma violets. Oh. So then I got this amazing, I actually can't see if this is in focus because I've had to stop screen mirroring so I can get all the businesses up, but I got this Dungeon Meshy mug, and I love Dungeon Meshy. I really wanted to make some Dungeon Meshy stuff for Megacon, but I just didn't have the time, but it's so beautiful. So this is from Athena at Love Gore Art. I'll put in their wee thing, but they were so lovely. They literally just gave me this mug because they didn't want to take them home, and I was like, this is so kind of you. And then I felt so bad, so then I was like, okay, please take, like, I took them some like sticker sheets and stickers as well because I felt so bad. I was like, I'm actually gonna cry here. I think it was Kay and Rose who was sharing a table. If it was not, I am so sorry. I collected so many business cards and I am so bad with remembering everybody's business name. But if it was you who said that you watched my YouTube, thank you so much. If it was not you, I'm so sorry. But it was the person with Love Gore Art, because there were two of you and you were both so lovely. And I said to you that you almost made me cry because you actually did. Oh, also I got this Gail sticker that says do it for him, because of course I had to get this. And I sent my poor mum on a walk to get this, because when I didn't really want to leave the table that much, because like I didn't want to stress my mum out with like the Zettel and like, you know, explaining like what everything was, although she did a great job. So I saw this sticker and I didn't have like any cash on me because I needed to leave my phone, like my card and stuff, with my mum so she could take payment. And I was like, oh my god, I really want this Gail sticker. So I came back and I said to my mum, I was like, could you go, and I couldn't remember the business name because of course like it's me, but I was like, it's purple and black, and like the stall's purple and black. It's from Serene Fiction. And I said there, I went, okay, it's a Simpsons meme, and I showed her the meme and I said, but instead of the Simpsons, it's Gail from Baldur's Gate. It was a great experience. I learned a lot. The Saturday was busy, but not like, what I found was that a lot of earrings didn't sell. So earrings are normally like my big ticket item. So if I sold a lot of earrings, like I'd be flying, like that would be great for profit wise. I didn't really sell a lot of earrings. I think in total I maybe sold like 10 pair of earrings, which isn't a lot. Like I sell like more than that at like a craft market. I made a lot of like D20 earrings, and I didn't sell any D20 earrings or D20 pins. The big ticket item for me, as in like what sold really well, were pins. The pins made me back my table. So I did make a table, and I did like cover the cost of like travel and hotel and everything like that with just a little bit of profit. So I'm glad that I was able to make some profit, and I'm so grateful that I have some nice ways to spend money. But yeah, so I have made more profit at like a craft market, which I thought was so interesting, because Obviously you think, oh, like a gaming convention, that's more me, but you can't just rule one out, do you know what I mean? So I would definitely go back. Like I think I definitely would go back. I mean, I just had a great time. I just love the environment. Like I would just go back and just stay there. Like, do you know what I mean? And I definitely want to cosplay. Me and my mum were going to cosplay as Linda and Louise from Bob's Burgers, but because of me being sick, because of everything, we just didn't have the time to do that. So maybe at the next convention we'll do a wee cosplay. I'm super grateful that I was able to sell. Like, what an amazing thing to say. Like, I was an artist trader at Megacon Birmingham. Like, how privileged am I that I get to sell my art at a convention? I don't know, I always try and have a positive outlook on things, so I'm just super grateful. And I have a great new mug. Like, I'm sorry, like, I'm so excited about that. Okay, I want to give a shout out to Chrissy at Kawaii O Evie and also Leith Charms, because I don't think I would have got my suitcase home if it wasn't for them, because she lent me like a band for my suitcase, because we were sitting on my suitcase, the suitcase was coming open and I was like, this is giving me the stress. I was like, how am I going to get on the tube with this suitcase, because everything's going to fall out and this is going to be horrendous. This has been the most chaotic vlog ever. Like, honestly, I mean, I'm starting my other vlog today, which will be the one that's up on Sunday. So bear with me, that one's going to be better. So I also have my D&D earrings in because I've got my D&D show on Saturday. If you're in Canada Water, tickets are £12. Please come and see me play some D&D. Then my vlog on Sunday, well, it depends like how comfortable people are with being filmed, because I want to try and film some of the show, not some of the show, but some at the show on Saturday. But again, it depends on how comfortable people are about being filmed. Let's go through costs. So I made a pie chart. The table fee was 30% of all of the take-ins that I had. Also, I don't know if people want like exact amounts of money. So if you can let me know, that would be great, because then that also helps me for MCM or for when I do Hyper Japan. Please let me know and then I will put that in the next video. Or if you don't like hearing exact figures, like if that, I know like some money talk, if people don't want to hear it, they just want like light-hearted things, or if you want exact figures, also sorry, that's the bin men right outside my house, then just let me know. Anyway, I booked Birmingham Megacon so last minute. I sort of saw that there was a table available in the trader section. So this is another thing, I had booked a trader table, not an artist alley table. The artist alley table, it said for Megacon that you weren't allowed fan art, and I do have like D&D themed stuff, I have some Stardew themed stuff, but also it was sold out, right? But say if it hadn't been sold out, I probably would have booked a trader table anyway. But a lot of the artists in Artist Alley did have fan art, so I think it was probably fine. I don't know if that's just something that they say to like cover their backs. So like my stuff, like Stardew Valley, the creator of Stardew Valley said that he's okay with people selling fan art, and also the table was half the price. So if I was doing Megacon again, I don't think I would need a trader table. Like I'm perfectly fine when I do markets. I've only got one table. I didn't really need the backing table, and I did make the table fee back in the first day, which was so nice. But the Sunday I made about half what I make at like a craft market. Like at the end of the Sunday, initially I was going, oh my god, this is all profit, but then it's like, it's actually not when you go into it. I knew that the Sunday would be less busy, but it did shock me. Then have hotel costs. Do you want a hotel that's further away? Because then you're going to have to pay, it might seem cheaper, but then when you add train tickets, do you have a rail card? You know, Uber is expensive, buses, and then you have to account for like, are the trains going to be cancelled, delayed, are there train strikes? So me and my mum opted for a hotel that was closer to the NEC. There was an option to pay for breakfast, which is nice, but we just didn't do that. And then we just got our own breakfast like in the NEC, which again, it's probably cheaper if you go to like a Sainsbury's or if you like bring your own meal prep. But we treated ourselves to a wee coffee and like a wee sausage roll. Do you know what I mean? Then travel cost, my god, the price of a train. Genuinely, I knew that a train would be expensive going to Birmingham, But my God, even if I didn't have a rail card, it would have been over £100 for me to get up to Birmingham. Thank God when I had a rail card. I think all travel, the train ticket was, I think it was like 55, £60 for my train. And then obviously I had the tube cost, and then a bus. I mean, TfL just come in the night and snatch your money out of your account at like 3 a.m. You don't even get a seat. You don't even get a seat on the train at the stand, which I actually don't mind standing. Like when I'm on the tube, I purposefully stand over sitting down in case anybody needs the seat more than me. I'm just a good citizen. Yeah, and then sales was 50%, which I actually think is a decent profit margin, I think, for me, for my first convention and my first like event outside of London that's not Belfast or Ireland. So then let's go into what I sold. So we'll go from least to most. So I sold 1 sticker sheet. I feel like I maybe need to, this is telling me something, right? You learn something at every event, okay? Like nothing's bad. I feel like I need to display the sticker sheets more. I need to have a wider variety of sticker sheets. I only had 2 designs to choose from. So if you didn't like D&D or if you didn't like Animal Crossing themed things, then you were screwed, right? No sticker sheet for you. I need to have, for MCM, a wider selection. I maybe want to get feedback on the feel of the sticker sheets, but that's for another time. You know, at least I sold 1. So one person saw it and went, I must have this. So that's nice. I sold 2 key rings. Again, surprising. Do you know what I mean? You expect, people love a key ring. So I do think a lot of this comes down to my display. So I think I'm going to have the key rings hanging up. I then sold 6 mystery bags. Shocked me. That shocked me deep in my core. Genuinely, I was shocked. Again, I don't know if it was the positioning. I don't know if it was the positioning of the table. We were by the exit. People had made their way through the hall. They were coming out, you know, spent all their money. People did say that to us, but you know, that's the luck of the draw. That's where you are. Well, like normally my mystery bags alongside the pins are the best seller. Then we have 12 earrings. So this is where I was expecting to make a lot of my profit from the earrings. The earrings are the most expensive, you know, 14, 15, 16 pounds. So I was expecting, okay, this is where I'm going to make the profit back. Like some of the earrings I had been carrying around for like 2 years, like, you know, stuff that I don't even really sell anymore, and that was selling. So that was kind of good to get rid of old stock. I was happy to sell the ones that I did sell. 20 stickers. So I sell my stickers at events for £3 each or 2 for a £5. And then online, this is why I sell them at the convention just for 1 blanket price, because online my holographic laminate stickers are £2.50 and then my clear laminate, because that's more expensive, are £3. At events I just sort of mix them all in together because it's too confusing, do you know what I mean? And then my biggest seller, which is always normally my biggest seller, are my pins. If it wasn't for my pins, I wouldn't have made the table back. If it wasn't for the pins, I would have had a bad time. And I actually sold out of a good few pins, which is good because then that tells me, okay, this is the most popular with this type of crowd. I need to make sure that I have that for MCM. So overall, when I go back to Birmingham Megacon, I had a great wee time in Birmingham. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I definitely go back. I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. I'm about to go and immediately start the next video. But my upcoming schedule is I've got MCM this month, then next month, I don't think I can announce that. It's with the It's Your Role team, so I will leave that out. Then July, I'm going to Hyper Japan. I feel like I've been out every single day this week, even though I haven't. Yesterday I was seeing my friend Ruth, who is so lovely, and it was her birthday recently. Happy 30th birthday, Ruth. She runs Kawaii Studios. I will link her stuff below as well. I will get properly into the MCM prep. Like I'm already prepping my next vlog. So I want to post a vlog on a Sunday and a vlog on a Wednesday. Just until MCM is over, but we'll see how that goes. But there's something going on outside. Anyway, from here, back to regularly scheduled programming. The vlogs will be better. I want to just upgrade the way that I film. I want to upgrade, like, not like the equipment, but just in terms of me actually filming my process, me talking to you properly, proper posting schedule. Want to get back into short form content, get back into posting on like properly Instagram grids. So tomorrow's bank holiday, so I'm out tomorrow night. I'm seeing a friend from uni. So, and I haven't seen her in like 700 years. I actually haven't seen her since I left uni because I dropped out. So I'm excited to see her. Anyway, also, do you know when people say, oh, when you turn 25, you're like, was it your frontal lobe or your cortex or what is that? I don't know. Becomes like developed and you like not switch your way of life. But I genuinely feel like so much has happened to me in the last year. Like I lost a family member. I went through a breakup, which was great. Got back into stand-up, booked a role, started D&D. There's so many things happening in my life, which I am so grateful for and so excited about. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Look out for my next wee video on Wednesday where we will be diving in to proper MCM prep because you betcha I'll be making a colour-coded spreadsheet. Well, I've already started it, but I'll go into that. If you got this far, genuinely, I don't know what to say to you apart from sorry and thanks. I know I'm not the best vlogger, but you know, we're getting there. And please, if you are about London, please, please, please come to the D&D improv show. I will love you forever. I mean, I love you forever anyway. But yeah. Okay, bye.
I'm in the back seat. You should probably take the wheel.
Why do I look like this? Why do I look like I'm standing like an avatar in like a video game? Like, do you know what I mean? Like,